तो दोस्तों आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है दुबई कर में। और दुबई कर में आए हो तो एक नए गेस्ट के साथ आपका स्वागत करना है, महेंद्र खैनी सर के साथ। वेलकम महेंद्र खैनी सर।
Hi, how are you?
आई एम ग्रेट सर, हाउ अबाउट यू?
I'm doing good too. I'm excited to be here.
सो इन दुबई कर वी हेल्प पीपल टू गेट प्लेस इन दुबई एंड वी रियली वांटेड टू नो योर जर्नी। कैसे स्टार्ट किया था, बहुत सारे सवाल है आपके साथ, बहुत सारी बातें करनी है। तो आपको भी थोड़ा टाइम निकालना पड़ेगा और आपको भी थोड़ा टाइम निकालना
बिल्कुल,
पड़ेगा।
excited.
लेट्स स्टार्ट योर जर्नी फ्रॉम योर चाइल्डहुड। जैसे कि आपको नहीं पता रहेगा तो जो महेंद्र सर है वो टीयर 2 टीयर 3 सिटी से बिलोंग करते हैं, यवतमाल। तो सर एक छोटा सा इंट्रो बता दीजिएगा कि कैसे रहा था आपका बचपन।
So before I went to Yavatmal, मैं born हुआ हूँ एक सिटी जिसका नाम था इलाहाबाद, अभी जिसको प्रयागराज बोलते हैं। संगम की वजह से काफ़ी फेमस है यहीं पे
त्रिवेणी संगम।
And then when I was 5, that's when I moved to Yavatmal. The best thing about Yavatmal is ये सिटी ज़्यादा लोगों को पता नहीं था. This became famous for two reasons. एक तो it is known for cotton city, but more importantly ये धमाल मूवी में संजय दत्त को हर बार धमकाया जाता है कि तुम्हारा ट्रांसफर यवतमाल में हो जाएगा। तो इतना अननोन सिटी है जहाँ से मैं आता हूँ।
क्या आपको पता था ये वाली चीज़? तो यवतमाल की जर्नी कैसे रही? मतलब आपका प्राइमरी एजुकेशन, सेकेंडरी एजुकेशन वहाँ पे हुआ था कैसे?
फ्रॉम द टाइम आई कम तभी इतने सारे स्कूल तो हुआ नहीं करते थे। अच्छे स्कूल वो होते थे जो बेसिकली कॉन्वेंट थे, इंग्लिश मीडियम स्कूल्स। तो मैं वहाँ पे एक कॉन्वेंट स्कूल में ही पढ़ा था। फ्रॉम द टाइम आई वेंट, मैं 5 साल का था जब यवतमाल में हुआ, टिल द टाइम आई डिड माई 10th। तो दैट वाज द स्कूल वेयर आई स्टडीड। और वहीं पे बड़ा सा प्लेग्राउंड होता था, साइकिल में हम लोग स्कूल जाते थे। वही चीज़ें जो सब
Interesting.
छोटे शहरों में करते हैं। मुझे लगता था मेरा स्कूल एक कोने से दूसरे कोने है, क्योंकि मुझे साइकिल में 15 मिनट चलने के लिए लगता है थे। अभी अगर मेरे को दुबई में कहाँ पे 15 मिनट्स लगे तो लगता है घर के बिल्कुल पास है।
नाइस। तो ये सब जर्नी में सीए कब स्टार्ट हुआ, कैसे सीए का स्पार्क आया?
ये बताने से पहले एक चीज़ बोलना चाहूँगा कि मतलब समटाइम्स फेलियर इज समथिंग विच गिव्स यू अ बिगर हिट। हारना और हार मानने में बहुत फ़र्क होता है। फेलिंग एंड एक्सेप्टिंग फेलियर आर टू डिफरेंट थिंग्स। आई ऑलवेज वांटेड टू बी एन इंजीनियर एंड आई ऑलवेज वांटेड टू डू इंजीनियरिंग फ्रॉम अ गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज। बट 12th में मुझे इतने मार्क्स नहीं आए थे, बट आई वांटेड टू सक्सीड, right? Though I still wanted to do good, and the easiest way, which did not ask for my 12th grades, but asked for my capability, was CA exam, and that's how my journey to CA began. Otherwise, till 12th I was a science student, और मेरा dream था always to become an engineer.
ये जर्नी का स्टार्टिंग डेज कैसे आर्टिकलशिप रहा आपका, देन कोचिंग, इफ यू आर कोचिंग पर्सन, या फिर खुद से सेल्फ इवॉल्व कर लिया आपने? लिटिल बिट हाईलाइट ऑन दैट पार्ट।
CA में I started off obviously from my first P1 मैंने अपने सिटी से ही किया था। then I moved to Bombay, and that is where I did my articleship from Bombay. Coming from Yavatmal to Bombay itself was a major
Bigger
transition
transition.
for me. Like अगर आप मुझे बोलेंगे वो भी मेरा एक ड्रीम ही अचीव हुआ था, like clearing CA P1 and then going to Bombay to study for P2 and finals, या जिसको अभी इंटर और फाइनल्स बोलते हैं. That was a dream come true for me. So you can live your dreams multiple times, though on a expanded layer. अगर आज आप देखेंगे तो लगेगा बहुत नॉर्मल चीज़ है, but for me that was the biggest achievement. So
मुझे लगता है कि जो सक्सेस की डेफिनेशन है वो टाइम टू टाइम चेंज होती रहती है।
absolutely.
आर्टिकलशिप में कुछ ऐसे इंस्टेंसेस जो आपको अभी भी याद है?
आर्टिकलशिप में सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग चीज़ तो वही होती थी जब अगर कोई क्लाइंट खाना ऑफर कर दे।
ओह, आज भी वो बड़ी चीज़ लगती है।
तो हम तो हॉस्टल में रहते थे, तो अगर कोई क्लाइंट फूड ऑफर करता था तो बहुत अच्छा लगता था। एंड इन आवर हॉस्टल, लाइक दैट वाज अ वेरी स्मॉल, वेरी टिपिकल काइंड ऑफ हॉस्टल, बॉयज़ हॉस्टल, जहाँ पे सब हम लोग मेस का खाना खाते थे। एंड आई स्टिल रिमेंबर वन थिंग विच इज़ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग। एक मेरा फ्रेंड था, उसकी ऑफिस क्वार्टरली पार्टी होती थी,
अरे
जिसमें
बढ़िया।
समोसे मिलते थे और स्नैक्स मिलते थे। तो एक दिन वो आता है ऑफिस से नाश्ता वगैरह करके, एंड देन फिर हॉस्टल का मेस का बहुत सारा खाना खाता है। एंड नेक्स्ट डे व्हेन ही कम्स बैक टू द हॉस्टल, उसके पास बताने के लिए एक स्टोरी थी।
हम्म
स्टोरी ये थी कि उसके ऑफिस में ज़्यादा कोई आया नहीं क्योंकि सब बीमार पड़ गए, क्योंकि कल शाम को जो खाना आया था उनकी स्नैक्स पार्टी में,
हम्म।
उसकी वजह से सबको फूड पॉइजनिंग हुआ था। ये वो खाना खाने के बाद हॉस्टल का खाना खा के भी तंदुरुस्त था। एंड दैट्स व्हेन आई रियलाइज्ड व्हाट डज इम्यूनिटी मीन्स। हॉस्टल ब्रिंग्स यू, हॉस्टल का गंदा पानी पी पी के हम लोग बीमार नहीं हो सकते थे, हमारी इम्यूनिटी स्ट्रांग हो गई है। तो दैट इज़ वन थिंग आई स्टिल रिमेंबर एंड एन्जॉय। मैं मेरे फाइनल को सेकेंड अटेम्प्ट लगा था, लेकिन लाइक आई वॉज फेयरली फाइन इन सी ए। इनफैक्ट सी ए एजुकेशन इज समथिंग आई एन्जॉयड द मोस्ट, एंड दैट वॉज द टाइम व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड लर्निंग माई स्किल्स, या किस तरह से पढ़ना है मुझे ज़्यादा अच्छे से समझ आया था। तो सी ए जर्नी एटलीस्ट स्टडीज़ पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से इंटरेस्टिंग है, तो एन्जॉयबल ही था हमेशा। देयर इज़ अ वेरी फेमस लाइब्रेरी, माटुंगा लाइब्रेरी ओवर देयर। हम लोग सब वहाँ पे जाते थे। 8 बजे की लोकल ट्रेन पकड़ के 8:30 पे आई यूज्ड टू बी इन माटुंगा, एंड वहीं पे नाश्ता करते थे, वहीं पे लंच, वहीं पे खाना, और रात को 10 बजे वापस आते थे। और रात को मैं नहाता था, क्योंकि अगर सुबह में नहाने के लिए वेट करूँगा तो लाइब्रेरी फुल हो जाएगी।
एंड दोज हु डोंट नो, मुंबई स्वेट्स अ लॉट,
Yeah,
भाई
yeah.
ह्यूमिडिटी इतने नेक्स्ट लेवल पे है उधर, तो इमेजिन नहीं कर सकते।
I mean, the best part about library was the friendships and the bonds that you form. Like, one incident was तभी final में एक paper हुआ करता था costing, and I didn't knew 1 month before the exam also कि costing में 40 marks की theory आती है।
What?
तो एक मेरे जो फ्रेंड था फ्रॉम लाइब्रेरी, ही टोल्ड मी तुम थियरी के लिए क्या पढ़ रहे हो? मैंने बोला, मैं कुछ नहीं पढ़ रहा हूँ थियरी के लिए। एंड देन ही गेव मी द नोट्स, जिसका मैंने जेरोक्स करके फिर मैंने पढ़ा था। द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग अबाउट जर्नी इज कंपेनियंस, लाइक व्हाट काइंड ऑफ फ्रेंडशिप्स you build in the process, or the process is sometimes more important than the end. So I enjoyed the process throughout so much that failures didn't feel like failures. There was always somebody, friends to support, lift each other. So I think that is most important. Like how you take failures and what you take from those failures matters a lot. Like I was looking at podcasts, Nadal का एक podcast था. He said that if you look at my records of wins, it is only 54%. And we all know who he is and what he means, the legend. But अगर उससे strike rates है तो that is only 54%, which is slightly above 50%. The biggest learning from this is that you may fail and you will fail, for sure. But what is most important is how you get up from that point, and not really focusing on the failures, but focusing on how do we move forward and succeed from here. So that is one learning that CA gave me. Like in articleship also you will fail multiple times, in exams also you can fail multiple times, but how you get up, what learnings you take, and how you improve yourself every time is most important.
I think that is the biggest learning. Those who just fail or just आप बाद में देख रहे होगे, तो exams is just an test field to test you. Ultimately, how you get back, bounce back is the matter.
Most important.
So moving forward, CA एग्जाम पास करने के बाद कैसा फील रहा?
ये इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरी है। CA एग्ज़ाम जब पास किया था, जब मेरा फर्स्ट जॉब लगा था, वो सैलरी बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं थी, बट उस दिन मुझे फील हुआ था कि मैं आई कैन अफोर्ड एनीथिंग।
वो
क्योंकि हॉस्टल में इन बॉम्बे, इफ यू हैव स्टेड, you typically you go to for alcohol you go to a place called as
लंच होम.
so at that point of time जब हम लोग पार्टी करने गए थे, तो उस दिन मुझे पता था कि हम लोग इस जगह पे कितना भी पिए भी ना हम लोग कभी कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा। तो that was like I earned extremely little after my first job, but I felt extremely rich at that point of time because I could afford any amount of dishes over there. So again, that was one learning I got, that at that point of time, success or happiness is just a state of mind. लाइक उसके लिए आपको बहुत सारी चीज़ें नहीं चाहिए. जैसे देयर इज़ वेरी गुड सेइंग इन बुद्धिज्म. It talks about very interesting thing. It says that the human mind is a constant oscillation between these two questions. How much more you want to be happy and how little you can have and still be happy. What it means is कि आप बहुत कम में भी बहुत खुश हो सकते हो और बहुत ज़्यादा में भी आप खुश नहीं हो सकते हो. और ह्यूमन माइंड ऑसिलेशन, जैसे घड़ी का कांटा एक से दूसरी तरफ मूव होता है, it is always a question between these two parallels, and you have to choose which part of the parallel you want to be.
इंसाइटफुल मैन. अगर आप अभी इतना अर्न नहीं कर रहे हो बट आप सुखी हो तो आप सबसे अमीर हो भाई.
Yeah, absolutely.
मॉनेटरी टर्म्स में कभी डिफाइन नहीं कर सकते बट
Yeah.
अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम यू हैव यूटिलाइज दिस. आई थिंक सो. देन सीए पास होने के बाद हाउ द केपीएमजी केम इनटू पिक्चर, दैट इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग.
I think for most of the CA students, Big Four is the dream job. Big Four is what you always aspire to be. And मैंने काफ़ी interviews दिए और finally when I got into KPMG, that was one of the most happiest moment for me because this allowed me to fly in a plane.
Is it?
Yeah, because like at that I'm talking about 2009, 2010. Like flights
Oh.
were a big thing. When I was in the flight, I was literally on cloud 9. Literally and analogically, both I was in cloud 9. So this, I mean, I landed up in KPMG and I'm really glad about it. And I'm still in KPMG. So that was my practically first corporate job. And I still am with the same company. And I've
Interesting.
grown from ground zero till here.
तो मतलब एक बार जब आप सीए पास हुए थे तब फर्स्ट टाइम इतना खुशी मिला था और जब दूसरी टाइम जब आप फ्लाई कर रहे हैं
Yeah,
तब वो खुशी मिला था.
absolutely.
स्पीकिंग अबाउट केपीएमजी की जो जर्नी है, एवरीवन नोज केपीएमजी
Yeah,
और द बिग
yeah.
फोर हैज एन a lot of pressure, a lot of work, and being into CA firms and all, never went to the corporate
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
What difficulties you face at the starting days?
Again, I'll go back to the same thing I said. A lot is state of mind, okay? And one of my very earlier seniors told me this very interesting thing about consulting. In consulting, when you start, you will know a little bit about lot of things. But as you go on, you will know a lot about lot of things. Reason being, you're constantly meeting new clients. You are learning from them. Every client has something good or something better to learn from. And when you meet so many clients, everyone teaches you something. And eventually consulting is, you are actually an evangelist who is taking good things from one place to others. That's what you are doing. And in the process, you are also learning and evolving and getting better at things. So why I have always been with KPMG, I think it's a combination of both. Sometimes it is better opportunity over here and sometimes it is lack of opportunity at somewhere else. Combination of it. I have risen from the analyst or the associate level or the base level of a firm to a director of this firm across multiple countries and geographies.
But speaking to associate level से, you went to consultant, senior consultant, assistant manager, manager, till manager. The journey and the job role switch, how the transition looks like at the analyst or the associate level, what kind of work, what kind of learning you get, and थोड़ा थोड़ा वर्क ऊपर जाएंगे आप लैडर
Yeah,
में,
yeah.
तो what kind of workload?
It's iterative and workload, I'll not use this word. I feel there is work, there is life, and then there is balance. You need to enjoy your work, you need to enjoy your life, and that is what balance is. Sometimes work will enter your life, sometimes life will enter your work. But what has to remain constant is loving whatever you are doing, either in workspace or life space, and it will keep on crisscrossing each other. I have most of my friends are either my current colleagues or past colleagues or my seniors, because most of the time you spend with these people itself, right? So I don't really believe in the concept कि इतना ही काम करना चाहिए या इससे ज़्यादा काम नहीं करना चाहिए या कम काम करना चाहिए. जो भी करो अच्छे से करो and you should enjoy. There is a term in psychology which is called as cognitive dissonance. What does cognitive dissonance means? Is अगर आप कोई ऐसी चीज़ कर रहे हैं जो आपको पसंद नहीं है तो your cognitive dissonance would increase. You are pretending to like something which you don't like and then you are frustrated and you are unhappy. Even if instead of 8 hours you are working 4 hours, still you are unhappy. And how to minimize cognitive dissonance is by doing what you truly like. So it is never about the hours, it is about liking what you are doing.
Interesting, yaar. Something different perspective Mahendra sir has given to this. But many people nowadays in the big four switches a lot. तो उनके लिए कुछ आप बताना चाहोगे कि why switch is required or why switch is not required?
I think I'll go back to the previous answer only and answer this. Switch is not always about money, or at least for me, it has never been about money. It is about liking what you are doing or not. The day I leave KPMG, the reason I don't think so it would be money, because at level I have reached, I don't think so I would have ever dreamt of it. Like this is already more than what I would have dreamt back in those days. It would be when I don't enjoy what I'm doing. And that is how it would stay true for most of the people. I can't say all the people because everyone is different, but most of the people, it is money is only a byproduct, but it is not the main product. Main product is, do you really like what you do? And if you like, the byproduct would be success, and a byproduct of that success is more money. So money is just a byproduct or barometer of your success. If you're not earning, that means you're not doing well as well. But if you're doing extremely well, then money is just a byproduct. You are earning a lot, but you're not really caring about that. You're caring more about how successful you are. So you have to analyze and distinguish this. As in statistics, there is a difference between correlation and coefficient. And if you know what is coefficient, means like alpha beta hota tha, जिसमें basically variable A, let's say for example oil prices are linked to month. Okay, this may have a very high coefficient, which means कि ये दोनों tandem में move हो रहे हैं. But इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि month is causing the oil prices to move. There are other factors which happen to move with it, which is the correlation. Let's say. So that's how life also works. That money and success are linked to each other. That does not mean money is success or success is money. You have to get the success, money automatically will come in.
Great. But in this all journey, one interesting thing you have done is IIM Kozhikode se executive MBA. Many people during this journey face like, okay, now to I have done CA, but why there is a requirement for MBA, or what strikes you in between, because your life very well going on KPMG ladder.
So again, why life is going on well, because everyone has to take an effort to continuously upskill themselves. Earlier, I believe upskilling cycle was, let's say, 5 to 10 years. कि आपको हर 5 साल में एक नई skill सीखनी है, so that you are continuously getting better and better. Now with AI and everything coming in, that span has shrinked even more. To stay relevant and to continue to succeed, you have to gain those additional skills. You have to identify what is missing or what you need to succeed, and then proactively acquire those. Like you have to continuously learn, and only then you will be relevant.
One great learning from Mahendra sir is, like, every 1 year or 2 year, assess what skills required in the market and just tap that. Whatever you feels like happy, makes you happy, and might be feeling like it is a value addition to your existing journey. Interesting. How the Dubai journey come into the picture? Opportunity of Dubai. Many people are craving to come to Dubai. Every day I am getting 5 or 10 messages like, I wanted to come to Dubai, but by God grace you get an inside KPMG only.
Yeah,
it's very interesting.
This was like Rinku Singh says, God's own plan. So this was the time when I was actually leaving KPMG. But it so happened that a year before, my partner had moved to Dubai, and when I was leaving, he called me, come to UAE. And I was telling you about the money story, right? When I just started my job, I started earning enough, and that was the time I felt, okay, now I can afford everything. From that time till the time I was leaving for Dubai, or when my boss called me, I never felt that money is the driving force for me. And I was going into a profile change. I wanted to work in strategy, and I was getting another opportunity, and I was switching for strategy. But then I was very clear that no matter what, money can't buy me. This is what I want to do. But then he called me with the Dubai opportunity, and Dubai was salaries, those are like 3x, 4x than
Oh my
India.
God.
And that is when I realized कि मैं भी बिकाऊ हूँ. So I chose money and life. So that's how I ended up in Dubai.
How's your few starting days in Dubai? What struggle you face? Just like many people just
Yeah,
came
yeah.
now in Dubai. A few weeks or few days. What cultural shift?
So
Or
for a year I struggled. Like I came at a fairly senior position, so I had to struggle with understanding the culture, building the team. Like in India, I already had a team. You have to start off again. But that is what the most interesting thing about patience is. Like you have to be patient, and you have to be consistently trying to build. There is a very good saying which says that consistency can beat intensity. What it means is every day, if you come and do the right thing, no matter you are succeeding or not, you continue to work hard. The best thing about time is it changes. There would be a day when things would start changing and the tide would turn your way. But if you are consistent enough, that would come in. So I think all of us should be ready. And I don't think so Dubai was the reason I had to work hard for it. The reason was, again, correlation is not equivalent to coefficient. I was starting off afresh. At any place, whenever you start off afresh, you have to start working again ground up. And that's what you always should be ready with. If you are never willing to give away your comfort zone and try something new, then unfortunately you will never be able to reach great heights. For success to come in, the first thing that you need to do is believe that you can do something unbelievable. And you have to believe first, and only then you will start working towards it. Nobody else will tell you you can do this unbelievably. You have to believe without any motivation, any outside motivation. Motivation has to be all inside. You consistently work, and then you will definitely succeed.
but during the journey going up, when the AI introduced to your life, like how do you think like AI is making changes into the life?
I'm a person who gets bored with very easily with everything. In KPMG, in India, I used to change sectors. Every 2 years, I tried different sectors. When I came
Nice.
here, I tried different solutions. And when there was nothing new left in the service line that I represent, I said, okay, I want to start off something new. And that's when we started this particular practice on AI in this field I work in. Once I got into it, I did more upskilling. I studied more about it, build more solutions, and that's how it was a very transitional journey. And then, like I said, there are sometimes opportunities comes your way. I was already working on it, and then we saw ChatGPT or generative AI coming into play, and suddenly AI became mainstream. Everyone started talking about it. Luckily, I was ahead of the curve. I was working on it before it actually became mainstream, and then rest is history.
I think during the journey you went to IIT Bangalore, and also in your YouTube channel you are helping people to understand the chat GPT and the bots, how we can make a difference and
yeah.
all. But nowadays, right now in Dubai or in India, people or chartered accountant who are there, what starting point should be there for them? Right now, people don't know
Yeah,
about
yeah.
AI. They use the conventional practice. Then how the first week should be looks like?
So starting point of AI or anything in life is basically making yourself aware or knowing things better, knowing the ecosystem or things that are happening around you better. That is the first thing, and that stays with AI as well. So first thing is understanding what is AI, how it works, how other industries are using it, how your industry is using it. Your industry, if you understand that, you can implement in your practice. How other industries are implementing it, you know your business the most. You are the domain expert. You would be able to pick those examples and build something more relevant for your industry. You don't need to follow the herd every time.
AI में, what do you think? Right now, the biggest question everyone is asking, like, will AI replace our CA job or any other jobs and all? What do you think about it?
See, I mean, this was the question we have been asking for the last 4 decades. When in 90s computer came in, that time also we were talking about the same thing. Computers will take away human jobs, right? Did it take away human jobs? No, it didn't. It just changed the way we work. Same thing happened in 2000 when internet came in. We again were talking about the same thing. What would change is the businesses would disrupt and new forms of businesses would come into play. Basically, the conventional business models would get disrupted and new business models would come in. If you remember, in olden days, there used to be music cassettes. And there is no music cassette market. Then that was replaced by CDs. That is also no longer there. Now it is all digital music, right? But that means music stopped existing. Digital music came into play. Earlier, instruments were used to play music. Now nobody, or not many people use instruments. You can make music digitally. Does that mean the people who are using instruments went away? It did not happen, right? It's just the business models keep on evolving, and same thing would happen with AI. How the new business model would look like, honestly, nobody knows. Like, we'll have to assess and see, but we have to continue riding on the wave that we are into.
But if you already know the journey or you already able to use the AI, you are way ahead in the competition already. Speaking to, there is very interesting thing about Mahendra sir is he's a golden book of world record. So could you just highlight what exactly it is?
I like sharing knowledge, I like teaching. So this so happened that I also represent some communities, one of them being Taxation Society of UAE. And over there we were organizing a workshop where we were going to teach people to build, learn automation, which is like some tools like Power BI, all the way till using AI, using custom GPTs or Copilot and all. So it was a workshops that were arranged over a 3 months period. And I took that responsibility. I raised the hands, okay, I will do these workshops over the 3 months period. And in the last workshop, that's when one of the participants said that I don't think so there would be any other person who would have run workshops for 3 months on multiple Saturdays, and if we count the total hours, it may actually be a world record. So then he checked about it, and then it was actually a world record. So we applied for the
Kya
Golden
baat
Book
hai.
of Records.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But it was thanks to one of the participant of the workshop. Otherwise, I would have not even known that.
Again, God's greater plan.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, you are part of ICAT, which is
Yeah.
a Toastmaster for Chartered Accountants in Dubai, and also you are being continuously engaging in the ICI community and all,
Yeah.
the AI community. So it's always a thriving factor for you. What drives you?
Like I said, there is no work-life balance. Like this obviously takes away a lot of my time, right? Because I do a lot of, I mean, being a director in KPMG, it takes up a lot of your time. Then you have personal life, plus you have community initiatives. So you can do this much only if you love what you are doing. I'm genuinely passionate about not just AI, but also to help my fraternity member. The same fraternity which allowed me to move from a very, very small town to come here in Dubai and succeed and thrive in the cultural hotspot of the world. This is the same community, ICAI, CA, this is the community. So for me, it gives me immense amount of happiness that I am able to give back to the community which I dreamt to be part of. Because when I started CA, the biggest challenge that everybody was talking about is, will you be able to do CA? Now, when I complete my CA, it was the happiest moment when I told my father, he had tears in his eyes. From that point, to be able to be part of the largest overseas chapter of ICI, which is the world's largest accounting body, and being able to contribute and make a difference to that chapter is not really about time. It is about, it's a matter of pride that I am able to give back to such a big community. I should be proud of it, I think.
Yeah. And how does your role in taxation society help the people? Or in ICI committee, executive committee, there is an AI committee specifically you worked on, technology
I am the
community.
technology champion.
How does it all help the people and all?
So it helps people in learning how to use AI. Firstly, most importantly, it creates awareness that what is coming new. Okay, like I was recently talking about vibe coding. Vibe coding is where software creates a software. Like you were talking about, you have created tools for your community, right? If you use vibe coding, you could have whatever took you days, you could have created that tool in half an hour and put it on the website, right? So that's what vibe coding is, where softwares write softwares. Now, this not many people know. Like, firstly, making them aware that these are the tools that are available to help us as finance professionals to do our job better, and then teaching them how to use that. Now, this is primarily what the role of a community body should be, which allows members to freely share knowledge and help them do their work better and succeed better in their life. Because if we as a fraternity, we as a community succeed, then obviously we are doing good to each other, because that's what community is, like giving back, supporting each other. Otherwise, it's not a community, it's an individual race.
Quite interesting. Wanted to have one questions which are very commonly making mistakes, just like financial decisions.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? Like coming to Dubai, and what is the financial mistakes during your journey not to make?
So, one of the most common financial blunder, I would say, is going beyond your means, right? Like, not because you can't afford it, but because tomorrow you may want to do something else. If you make too many financial commitments, which can eventually hold you back from trying different things, then that's a problem. Like, enjoy life, use it to the fullest, but don't leverage yourself so hard that it prevents you from doing things which you love.
Another round में आपका स्वागत है, round called Dubai Car Dilemma. So are you ready for it? So whether AI replace junior CAs in Dubai in 5 years?
No.
CA opportunities, whether it is good in India or in Dubai.
India.
CA in 2025, whether they should join Big Four or just conventional CA practice.
Join Big Four.
CA who don't know Python or Power BI, which is the next big thing.
Both.
Better opportunities for CAs in Dubai immediately after qualification or getting experience.
After experience.
Of the bit, your childhood days is good or just corporate days is good?
Corporate days. I love what I do.
Okay. Those who are watching right now, what advice you give? Like 22, 24 years are.
I'll go back to what I said is like, don't hesitate from trying. Do what you want. There is a very good saying in Sanskrit. I will obviously translate it into English. It says that if you look at people like how they are today, they would remain how they are. But if you look at them in a manner that how they can be, they will start behaving to their true potential. And it holds true for yourself also. If you look at yourself saying कि मैं यही कर सकता हूँ, तो आप यही करते रह जाओगे. But अगर आप सोचे कि मैं ये भी कर सकता हूँ, तो first you will behave कि आप ये भी कर सकते हो, and then you will do it as well. As they say that a battle is first won in the mental field before it is fought on the battlefield. रणभूमि में युद्ध लड़ने से पहले मनोभूमि में जीतना पड़ता है.
Wow.
That's what the advice would be.
I think that's a wonderful session. और the location आपको पता है? This is the Dubai Museum of Future, and we are in the future in AI area.
Absolutely.
बहुत मजा आया महेंद्र जी से बात करते हुए. Thank you so much.
All the best.
So this is Dubai Car. I am Sanket, your host. And Dubai में सब possible है. बस you just need a right guidance like Mahindra sir.